Hmm. Hmm. Welcome, beloveds. Welcome to the sacredness of this divine moment. Welcome to this bonus transmission of the quantum quickening. We were supposed to be complete, or the initial commitment was to be complete after the 7 episodes, which was completed last Tuesday. So this is the bonus episode of the quantum quickening. We're going to do some very powerful work with music and sound today. I was looking at the chart for this exact time as we're launching this experience and noticing that the moon is fed very passionately into the planet Venus by way of what is called a square in astrology. The moon is the microcosmic container of the all that is. Moon is a portal to everywhere and every when, everyone and everything, because the moon represents the chalice, which is the container of all of it. And in this particular case, the moon is a chalice for the container, as the container of things having to do with relationship. But this is about our being in relationship, not just with the individual beloved, but in relationship with the entire universe, relationship with the entire multiverse. And one of the profound ways in which we can make this connection with the universe and the multiverse is through music. The elevated resonance of music does not have its origin in the three-dimensional domain. We are able to utilize music in the three-dimensional realm. We have three-dimensional instruments that we can produce sound with. And yet all of these sounds exist in the celestial realms, in the all-dimensionality of life, even before the actualization and manifestation of this three-dimensional domain. The role that sacred sound and music offers, and the role that it plays, is to be a quickening for our elevation into a realignment with the all-dimensionality of who we are as being and as consciousness. And also, moon fed into Venus. Venus is also a planet that has rulership over harmony, and harmony is the resonance of music. So I'm going to play my handpan now, and the intention as I play is to channel the all-dimensionality, our all-dimensional ascended self that's beyond all human woes and pains. So know that I am calling forth that resonance that you are, that lives all-dimensionally, that resonance that you are that carries your same exact DNA, but at a more advanced level. The average human being is only utilizing 2 of the 12 strands of DNA. The all-dimensional ascended self that we are uses all 12 strands of DNA and beyond. So I offer now these sound frequencies of rhythm for the activation of our all-dimensional beingness as we shift the dial of our awareness to the broadcast of our all-dimensionality, every elder version of who we are, every version of who we are that has achieved everything that we will ever achieve in this three-dimensional experience and has fulfilled every solution that we require three-dimensionally. Thank you, Divine Creator, for presencing with this transmission. Divine Creator, we accept your alignment with this, our sacred intention of aligning in divine awareness with every elevated version of who we are in the multiverse, in the fifth dimension realms of ascension and beyond. by virtue of the power of divine choosing, God within us choosing, we choose to remember who and what we truly are, in the recognition that all of the elder versions of ourselves throughout the multiverse carry our identical DNA, yet at a more advanced level of activation. And so, beloved elder versions of ourselves, we receive you now, for you have always had our back, and now we choose to have your back by way of elevating into our alignment with that exalted something that we are eternally meant to be. Always and forever, we receive this divine resonance. And we call you forth to ride the wings of these vocal harmonics, to sacredly converge with the hearts and the minds and the souls of all who are in this divine moment of receivership. On mountain heights of heaven's land, we now invoke the master plan. Because it's our divine birthright, we're giving back our cosmic sight. At dawn of life, we were so high with the angels, we did fly. We now ascend a higher plane, the ancient times now come again. 'Tis in the name of holy peace that all our blessings now increase. Our great abundance now comply with power of our single eye. We bless the darkness, make it right, reverse the tide, and free the light. God, Goddess, make our power ever pure, else let the power not endure. We love and lift our fellow man and woman and understand the master plan. For us, there's simply nothing new except that which we always knew. First I spin at speed of light, within, without, come now our side. O mighty spirit, Elohim, make truth of this our cosmic dream. Yes, our eye is really single with light, our bodies do now tingle. Oh, our souls are so brand new, we now know all that we once knew. Ascended clan, I'm calling you to guide me on my way back home. I deeply yearn to now return and claim my ascension throne. The fifth dimension and beyond, inheritance above the sky. To heaven's call I now respond, in higher realms forever fly. Ascended clan, I ask for this, not only for myself. Let every being upon this earth partake of heaven's wealth. Even unto earth herself she also would return. To end the madness of this flesh, a fire within us burns. Please help us to remember that we all are innocent, and by mercy and compassion unto heaven we are sent. Resurrection of ascension, and God is found in man and woman, and we all are family members of the great ascended clan. The love of God within my heart has healed and set me free. A love that is because I am, therefore I love me. Among the great ascended clan I am eternally. That feels wonderful. Thank you for co-creating with me in this moment of deliciousness. It's a delicious moment for sure. I want to say a couple other things about the astrology of this moment. The moon in Leo is feeding harmoniously into Chiron in Aries. Leo is fire and Aries is fire. So this is a very harmonious conversation and communion. Chiron is the wounded healer. It has to do with both all of the woundedness that we have ever experienced. The moon, of course, is the chalice container of all of it. So it is the container of all of the wounds. It is also the container of all of the healing mastery. So in this now moment, align with me in harmonically converging with all of the healing mastery that exist throughout the multiverse, all the way down the corridors of eternity. Bringing this healing mastery into activation from within the inner sanctum of our being. Everything that will ever transpire throughout the universe is contained within the microcosmic presence that we each are. We are the micro container of it all, because we are a hologram of the universe, a hologram of the multiverse. Just as you can take a wave from the ocean, analyze it, and find that every element found within the whole body of the ocean is also found within the one wave. Every element in the whole universe and the multiverse can be found within the microcosmic wave of your soul, my soul, or any one of us. And so feel the connection to the oneness of the wholeness of healing mastery. Whatever it is that you're needing to heal in your life, know that you are not alone, but rather you are all one. You are focalization of the oneness of the wholeness. And every healing master throughout the multiverse is standing at the ready to portal through you, to portal through me, and to be this magnitudinous force of healing. And elevating our consciousness into the awareness that we don't have to manufacture the healing. We don't have to conjure up the healing. The resonance of healing is co-eternal with God. There is no spot where healing and wholeness is not, just as there is no spot where God is not. And so we align in divine awareness with the everywhereness and the everywhenness of the vibration of healing and wholeness. And we harmonically converge with it and allow it to harmonically converge with us. And even now, we feel the elevation of that healing frequency within the cells of our being. I'm going to bring some wielding now of my crystal Ascension staffs to further activate this vibration of healing. I love you so much, and I am so grateful to you for being with me in this wonderful now moment. All is well in the kingdom of our now. We align in divine awareness with all of the healing and wholeness that is, was, or ever will be. We feel the vibration of the healing. We align in divine awareness with the resonance of the frequency of love, the frequency of gratitude, of bliss, wisdom, and peace, which is infinite, eternal, omnipresent, all-dimensional. And we lay these elevated vibrations upon the altar of the Most High, as we receive from the Most High unto this ascended love, gratitude, bliss, wisdom, and peace. The blessing, the anointing, the baptism, and the quickening. Our ascended love, gratitude, bliss, wisdom, and peace is clear, activated, and eternally expanding in ascension through the fifth dimension and beyond. We, as this ascended resonance, are present everywhere and aware every when. We are in the now, ascended love, gratitude, bliss, wisdom, and peace of every time. And the infinite here, ascended love, gratitude, bliss, wisdom, and peace of every space. We are that we are ad infinitum. We align in divine awareness with our ascended freedom, forgiveness, innocence, generosity, inspiration, and magnetism, which are infinite, eternal, omnipresent, all-dimensional, omnipotent, omniscient. We lay all of this upon the altar of the Most High. As we receive from the Most High unto our ascended freedom, forgiveness, innocence, inspiration, and gratitude, and magnetism. All is well in the kingdom of this sacred moment. We are bliss. We are love. We are compassion. We are abundance. We are wisdom. We are inspiration. We are creativity. We are courage. We are faith. We are joy. We are divine remembering. We are cosmic consciousness. All is well in the kingdom of who we are. We receive under all of this from the Most High the blessing, the anointing, the baptism, and the quickening. All of this high frequency of ours is clear, activated, and eternally expanding in ascension through the fifth dimension and beyond. We align in divine awareness with our 1st through 12th chakras, our feet and 12 strands of DNA, which are infinite, eternal, omnipresent, all-dimensional, omnipotent, omniscient. And we lay our 1st through 12th chakras, our feet, and 12 strands of DNA upon the altar of the Most High. We receive from the Most High unto our 1st through 12th chakras, our feet, and 12 strands of DNA, the blessing, the anointing, the baptism, and the quickening. Our 1st through 12th chakras, feet, and 12 strands of DNA are clear, activated, fully expressed, and eternally expanding in ascension through the fifth dimension and beyond. We are in the now, ascended 1st through 12th chakras, feet, and 12 strands of DNA of every time. And the infinite here, ascended first through 12 chakras, feet and 12 strands of DNA of every space. We are that we are, ad infinitum. As God within us, Mama Earth in the multiverse, we invoke, decree, and dream awake all our decrees, invocations, and prayers into actualization ad infinitum. Every time is now, every space is here, everyone is us. We are in the eternal now, ascension of every time, and the infinite here, ascension of every space. We are that we are, ad infinitum. We are that we are, ad infinitum. All is well in the kingdom of this divine moment. So honored, ecstatic, and grateful for the sacredness of this moment, for the resonance of coming home. Thank you, beloved, for remembering who you are, where you're from, what you're for, that you are divine, and what was lost, you've now found. I am so honored to be one with you, so honored, ecstatic, and grateful that we are many facets of one great being. So honored and grateful that we allow ourselves to be in the embrace of all our beloved selfhood, who is in that elevated consciousness that knows that which we are seeking to know, that lives where we are seeking to live, that resonates where we are ascending into resonance with. The joke is on your trials and tribulations, because you, beloved, are eternal, and all of your trials will pass. The painful past will pass away. The painful past has passed away. And used to be's don't make no honey. I see you. I feel you. I champion you. I believe in you. I empower you. And I receive your empowering me. I enrich you. And I receive your enriching me. I perfectly accept you. And I receive your perfectly accepting me. All is well in the kingdom of this now. And I have some frequency of the didgeridoo to bring forward. And in this frequency of the didgeridoo, the intention is to align in divine awareness with all of the love that is, was, or ever will be. Everywhere throughout the multiverse that a being is loving themselves and loving others, which is also themselves by extension, we're bringing all of that love to harmonically converge in this now moment. everywhere and every when throughout the multiverse where you are in the divine remembrance of loving you with the passion of heaven, of recognizing that you are in a relationship with God. This frequency of love is also about activating a love affair with every multiple and elder version of ourselves to be in harmonious relationship with the elevated versions of ourselves. To love those elevated versions and to receive the love of those elevated versions unto us. When I offer this didgeridoo, with all of your power, all of your passion, all of your might, resonate with the connection of love. You don't have to manufacture it, because we don't do love. Love does us. You don't do love. Love does you. And so in this now moment, we're going to just let love love us. I let love love me. Not just love associated with my individual being, not just love associated with your individual being, but all of the love that is, was, or ever will be. Just as we have a oneness of wholeness of being, we have also a oneness of wholeness of love. I want to get my didgeridoo. This didgeridoo I'm about to play, it's called Mama Goddess Absolute. So let me get Mama Goddess Absolute and bring forward this resonance. Take the deepest, fullest breaths you can take. See your life being everything that you want it to be. And feel that sacred connection to love ad infinitum. Here be we. Lord has had mercy. All is well in the kingdom of this now. The Lord is kind, and the Lordess. So here we be, having co-created, having resonated with that which is divine within us, our inner divinity. The song playing in the background is Tribal Harmonics, and that song is on my album TRIBALSPIRITRAP. I invite you to go to my website, Astarius.com, Astarius.com. If you love the transmissions that I do, I encourage you to play in the field of win-win. I know that there's so much free stuff on the internet, and I love giving, and I'll never stop giving. I also know that when someone is giving something to you that's having a powerful impact in your life, if you give something back, then the blessings are multiplied ad infinitum. I'm going to be blessed no matter what. And I would be so honored for you to go and get some of my music. I have 2 books available. Allow me to do some one-on-one work for you. Intuitive astrological readings, sound healing transmissions with didgeridoo, vocal harmonics. I teach Reiki and use Reiki in the transmission of my healing frequencies. So I thank you for this in advance. I also did mention that we're going to be doing some Zoom classes. I have some priorities I have to attend to, so that's going to launch closer to the end of June or the very early part of July. I'll keep you posted on that. If you have an interest in it, then you can start sending me direct messages and, marking your territory, because those classes will max out at 100 people. We want to really consolidate the learning process, and I want to give more fully, and also the fact that on Zoom we'll be able to be interactive. I'll be able to see visually, great numbers of you, and you'll be able to see each other, and we'll have a deeper, even more transformational experience with that. So thank you so much for co-creating with me. Thank you for loving on yourself. Thank you for knowing that you make a monumental impact upon the expansion of life, that life is better by virtue of you, and that you are an unduplicatable blessing even unto God. know that God gets something from you that God can only get from you. Let that awareness skyrocket your self-esteem. And I ask you also to share forward. If you love this transmission and it's done something amazing for you, send it to 4 or 5 people. Because whenever you share it forward and it blesses someone else, it becomes a greater magnification of your own individual blessing. So co-create with me also in expanding this message. Now, if the message didn't do anything for you, then don't worry about it. But if it's doing something significant for you, share it with others. I love you so much. Fly well on the wings of ascension.